Ukhozi olumaphiko olugula amaphiko kwaye kwaphephezela omiyane inyoni enobuciko nomnyunyiyo egcwele isivinini emafini icula ingoma emnandi yayahlukanisa unyaka omusha komdala inyoni enezigidigidi zabalandeli abayilandelayo zamemeza esezidololozela sathi siyayazi le nyoni yayiculela okhokho bethu abanye abathule isibongo sokhozi FM sisibhalelwe isidadada sothu ukhozi FM luhamba phambili.
Ngikubingelele ngikwamukele kwesinye isiqephu esimnandi sokhozi FM TV igama lami nguNeliswa Ngwakacele. Namhlanje ke siphumile siphelezele abangani bethu basicelile bavela le eMelika emanyuvesi ahlukahlukene Howard, Harvard nase Jacksonville. Bazosihamba ke nabo sithatha uhambo befunda ngezinto ezahlukahlukene ezenziwa la eNingizimu Afrika. Bakhona isikhashana ukufunda ngabantu bakwaZulu, ukufunda amasiko ethu, ukufunda indlela esenza ngayo. Okwamanje ke sisala eNanda Seminary School bazobona isikole, lesi sikole sinomlando omkhulu. Masuka lana siya lapha ePhoenix eMahatma Gandhi House siyobona nakhona omunye umlando orich kakhulu wala eNingizimu Afrika. So hamba ke sibona nezinye indawo abayivakashelayo sixoxe nabo mhlambe khona la sifana khona la sihluka khona asambeni siyababona.
In America, so to circle back around to the question, to be a black woman in America or black in America in general, you have to be resilient, and you will not go nowhere without it.
We also can relate as much this side because it's the same things that are faced. Yes, it also happens to the male in South Africa, but it doesn't happen as much as it happens to the female. The violence that happens, the corruption that goes on, like it's not as much to it's not equal. In South Africa, people aren't treated equally. There was this thing, the racism thing Zinzi had mentioned before about racism. It still goes on now. It's still a thing if a black girl was to walk into a room with full of white girls, they were all gonna look back at her and just all get confused, like what is she doing here? She's not supposed to be here. You know, they're gonna judge you for being there because they don't think you're supposed to be there.
And besides that, South Africa has come from apartheid. You know, we're post-apartheid, but we're still experiencing a lot of racism. And yes, the constitution has been made, black people still have rights, but we've not really seen the change that we need because there's still racism, you can see that there's still diversity in many communities, such as Cape Town. There's like a place where there's only white people that are allowed to live there and they have their own currency. But we're in South Africa, in a country that's supposed to be free from all of that, but it still happens. And I remember in primary, I used to go to a mixed school, but a lot of the teachers used to favor white girls over us black girls. And that was really hard. But again, like you said, we need to be resilient.
Okubaluleke kakhulu is to embrace your culture and your heritage. I mean, the fact that I teach at a university in the United States is because of what I've been recognized for in South Africa, for the work that I've done in the cultural space. Some of you may have heard of Native Rhythms, my record label, The Soil, Zulu Boy, Zabwe, Tandiswa, you name it, all of that. Yes, that's me. Yes. Yeah, so embrace. People will respect you for staying true to yourself and being very clear about who you are. Not what you want people to see, but what exactly you are and how you've been brought up at your home. Very rooted in your culture and tradition, regardless whether you're Zulu or Xhosa or Pedi or anything. You will earn more respect. You will think that people love you if you pretend, because you want to assimilate, you want to be welcome in a space that you don't belong. But they will have more respect if you assert yourself in terms of, this is who I am. I mean, I come from MC, the rural of the rural. I went to school when I was 11 years old. That's when I started school, Mlas. That's where I grew up. You know? That's where I grew up. 11 years old, I paid for my education. I was a garden boy in wide areas, tendering to the lawns at the age of 11 until I was doing Form 1, which is now standard 6 or grade 8, earning 50 cents a day. And I would save that 50 cents. Well, I was not working every day, I was working on weekends. So 52 weekends, 2 days in a weekend, times 2, times 50 cents. And I would save that 50 cents until end of the year. Then I will go to town here in Durban and buy bulk underwear and go and sell it at men's hostels around and pay for my school fees, buy my school uniform. And this is where I am. I have a PhD. I studied in the US, my first degree. My master's was from one of the top schools in the world, the London School of Economics. And then my PhD is from Wits. So anything is possible. You know, whether you are poor or rich, you can have the same opportunity. It's up to you because you'll be recognized for your privilege and your brilliance. And as we can see, Ukhozi FM, the biggest radio station in Africa and the second biggest in the world. They are taking this. So when they put it on their digital TV platform, over 9 million people will be watching this. So yes, so ningabavalelisa ngegwijo again as sihamba bazisa.
Njengoba shilo-ke sisenanda Seminary School la khona kunama exchange students avela eHoward University laphana eMelika. Bahlalileke lana nabangani bami abafunda grade 10 bashare ama experiences abahlukahlukene. So ngifisa ukuzwa ngempela ukuthi iziphi izinto esingayifunda kubona, iziphi izinto kuthina esiyifundile ngathi. Bazongixoxela ke. Unjani?
Ngiyaphila wena.
Ngiyaphila, ubani igama lakho?
Igama lami uZinzile Ntombelo, uZulu Mageba uMpangazitha.
Hayibo, lili. Ufunda grade bani? Grade 10 angithi.
Yebo.
Ngixoxele experience yakho usuku lakho namhlanje kufika ama exchange students avela eMelika eHoward University. Ngengxoxozene senibe nazo esikhatheni nihlale naso. Ikuphi kakhulu okuhlala emqondweni wakho?
Okuhlale emqondweni wami kakhulu ukuthi impilo yabo ayikho lula kakhulu njengoba bengabantu besifazane abamnyama eMelika futhi kumele basebenze ukuyikhandla kakhulu ukuze baziveze futhi umhlaba obazi.
Mawuqhathanisa njengoba umuntu esifazane eNingizimu Afrika ama experiences awabo nawakho wabona kunala nihlangana khona noma hlukile kakhulu.
Ngibona ukuthi kuyahlangana ngenxa yokuthi singabantu besifazane bonke noma ungahlala kuphi emhlabeni kodwa sonke sibabantu besifazane asiphathi ngokufana njengabantu besilisa.
Yeah. Ifiso zakho mhlambe khona nawe isifiso sokuthi ufunde kwelinye izwe ngelinye ilanga noma uzofunda khona la eNingizimu Afrika?
Isifiso sami ukuthi ngifunde kwelinye izwe uma sengimdala kodwa ngeke ngikhohle la engivela khona. Ngizobuya ngizame ukusiza la eNingizimu Afrika.
Ngibonge kakhulu sithando sami yeso.
Ngiyabonga.
Alright ke ngime nabanye nomunye ke umfundi la waka grade 10. Siswami unjani? Ngiyaphila, awusondeza imic yakho ngifuna ukuzwa kahle, ukhululeke nje futhi asishaya nokhosini, khululeka. Gama nesibongo.
Gama lami nguNtando Shongwe and yeah, nguNtando Shongwe.
Ntando Shonge, that's it. Akukho kunye. Xoxa le Ntando usuku lakho namhlanje, experience yakho nama students avela kwelinye izwe bevakashela esikoleni.
So usuku lami namhlanje ngijabulile ngokuthi ngibone abantu engabajwayele nanokuthi angazi nje kunokujabula phakathi.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, ngijabulile. I saw students from kwesinye isikole bakhuluma ngezinto abazenzayo labaphuma khona ngendlela abafunda ngayo nezinto abayifundayo. Nathi saba nethuba lokubatshela ukuthi nathi siphila kanjani lana eThekwini ukuthi sifunda kanjani nayo yonke into. So kube mnandi ukukhuluma nabo ukwazi izinto esingazazi nabo sibatshela izinto abangazi.
Mhlawumbe iziphi izinto obenengathi abantu bakwamanye amazwe abazazi ngeNingizimu Afrika?
Khathi sikhuluma ngokuthi kunjani ukuba intombazane eNingizimu Afrika. Ubobabona ukuthi bamangela ukuzizwa lezo zinto ngoba abantu bebebona abanye abantu komakhalekhukhwini nazonke lezo zinto bacabanga ukuthi lempilo abayiphilayo ilempilo nawe ufuna ukuyiphila and into oyibonayo emafonini akuyona into umuntu ayisuke sephila ngempela yebo. So izinto esibonayo bona bephila sebechaza lana bobona ukuthi nabo bakhona izinto ababhekene nazo einzima nathi babona sesibachazela ukuthi nathi zikhona izinto esibhekene nazo nabo bangazazi abamangalile futhi ukuzizwa ukuthi hawo kanti nabo banakho okufana nokwethu okunjena ebabhekene nabo.
Ngibonge kakhulu sesami yes.
Ngibonge mina.
Siyabonga. Siyaqhubeka nabafundi eNanda Seminary School. Sesami kunjani?
Ngiyaphila wena njani?
Ngiyaphila igama nesibongo.
Ulondeka wakwaSibiya.
Londeka ngingakakhulumi nje nawe ngixoxele ngeexperience yakho kulesi sikole. Usufunda isikhathi esingakanani mhlambe ubona engathi lesi sikole njengoba ulana sikuvulela amathuba anjani? Ngifisa kuza nje iexperience yala esikoleni.
So mina ngafika la eNanda Seminary this year. Aqala ibanga 10 lana. It's a great space to be around abantu abamnyama phela ukuthi I was introduced to my culture again rather than ukuthi ngibe esikoleni sabantu amiksiwe amhlophe na yonke into. So ukuthi ngibe lana abantombazana amnyama, it's just good to be around just my own culture, my own race and all of that and just getting everything back that I missed when I was away.
Mhlambe njengomuntu ngizwile ukuthi uzalelanga la eNingizimu Afrika osekhulele eindaweni ezahlukahlukene ukuzwa ama experiences amantombazana la eNingizimu Afrika kufika amanye from eMelika namhlanje nama experiences akho ukhula mawuqhathanisa impilo zethu zihlangana kuphi zihlukana kuphi?
Mangicabanga ukuthi impilo zethu ziyahlangana since we are all black women. Nokuthi some of the experiences that we have as black women ayafana nokuthi not all black women have the same chances of abantu like white people. So yeah ukuthi kuhlangana lapho ukuthi we're black people, we're black women and yeah ukuthi we don't have the same opportunities of people who are white. Yeah.
Ngibonge kakhulu sesami yes.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank you.
started to take the land. Because, for instance, where we are, Shaka Zulu used to control from the border of Mozambique up to the Intama River, which is distinct. So this whole area, which is now called KwaZulu Natal, was Zulu. So when they started carving out the land, they took some land and gave it to the missionaries. And then they took some land and gave it to the farmers. Then they reallocated us to what they call native reserves, which means they moved us from arable and productive land to native reserves, and then they retained some of the land for missionaries and for farmers. But also what then happened was the converts, now converting natives into to Christians or Christianity, those were now taken out of the reserves and they were taken into the missionaries to now become, to spread the gospel of Christianity and all of that. And those that remained outside were now the unconverted, as they call it, amakara. So these were the converts. And the converts also were then expected to live according to the Christian tradition. They could not have many wives. They could not have all of them. They now needed to live according to the Christian tradition and basically forget anything about who they are and their roots and all of that.
Njoba sishilo ke sivela nama-students angavela eNingizimu Afrika afunda izifundo ezahlukahlukene bafike lana eNandi Seminary School so phinde sihambe futhi siye kwenye indawo niyabona ade ngiqiqebula isingisi nolimi seliyabaleka. How are you?
Sawubona.
Hey. You are. I can see you already picking up a few Zulu words here and there.
Yes.
Please, we'd love to get to know you. Your name, surname, where you from?
Okay. Igama Lami, Jamia Alexander, Uvelapi.
Yes.
Jackson, Mississippi.
I should have just done the whole interview in Zulu, don't you think? So you're visiting South Africa for a couple of days. Tell me about your visit.
Okay, so I am visiting South Africa with Dr. Sitole from South Africa. I'm coming from Mississippi, so we're in a program called Huziza, and they select students from Jackson State University, Howard University, and Harvard University, and we're just here to learn about the Zulu culture and get to know you guys in totality, the 6 weeks that we're here.
Yeah, what sparked your interest to coming over and, making the application to learn about the Zulu culture?
Oh my God. Yeah, that is interesting. I would say, I do know the president's daughter from Zimbabwe. Her name is Emma Cheeto. And so we worked alongside each other in the United States.
Yeah.
And when I worked alongside, I don't mean to say them, but the native Africans, I learned that I didn't know much and that it was really like a culture shock. And it's like, I want to know more about my people. And when I was in the 5th grade, I had a Zulu music teacher.
Oh, wow.
And we learned a song in Zulu.
That's
and
interesting.
So when my department chair came to me and gave me the opportunity, I was like, you know what?
I'm going for it.
Yes, like why not apply?
Yeah.
So I applied, and a month later I got an acceptance letter.
That's awesome. What took you by surprise
About coming to here.
about South
But,
Africa, about your experience so far?
Oh my God, I would say the freedom.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
because I know that here some people may not feel that they're free.
Yeah.
But in America, there is like stipulations, like in how you can walk outside and how your hair should be
okay.
and what you should have on.
Yeah.
Like people are staring at you here.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, they greet you. They know we're from America,
Yeah.
obviously, but it feels like home. Like it's like I struggle with the illness, sickle cell disease, but when I got here, I thought I was gonna struggle because of the atmosphere
changing
and
environment. Yeah.
no, I did not. It feels like home.
Yeah.
I feel so comfortable. So yeah, it's been good. It's
Well,
been good.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. So we're going to continue with you guys during
Yes,
the day
ma'am.
and hope you enjoy some more.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
for
you so
having
much.
us.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Sawinanda Seminary sikhuluma nabafundi abahlukahlukene abavela eMelika. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Please, we'd love to get to know you, your name and surname, and where you're from.
Of course. So my name is Ibi Opuso Jama, and I am from many places. I've been to many
Yeah.
continents and
Yeah.
many places. Right now I live in Toronto, Canada, but
Okay.
I've also spent some time in Eswatini as
Wow.
well as Nigeria. That's where my parents are from. So
Ah,
yeah. And
okay.
I go to school in Harvard right now. I'm studying architecture in the Graduate School of Design.
That's amazing. What made you want to join a trip where you're going to learn more about Zulu?
Yeah, I think the time that I spent in the Sadak region in Eswatini just made me like have a deep, profound appreciation for like the culture here and the language itself. And I don't know, I just wanted to come here to kind of learn more about it. And it also will tie into my research, which is on tourism and how it relates to architecture
Yeah.
and how the vernacular like is usually kind of contained, like the vernacular of building of the native building type is like kind of embraced in tourist buildings, but then not in like the everyday buildings. Instead, they kind of incorporate like the American or like British style of buildings. So I'm trying to like see how we can like bridge that gap and like embrace like our
Hanging
cultural-
out with the girls here today, what was your experience with them compared to, your experience growing up in high school? Were there any similarities, differences?
Oh, it was beautiful. Like
Yeah.
the singing and like just how joyful they were. There was just
Yeah.
like such a profound unity. Like it was just amazing to see. Like I wanted to sing all the songs with them. It just
Yeah.
like it was just feeding my soul. It was beautiful talking to them and just seeing how like they're all sisters. And
Yeah.
it was very nice. And I went to a co-ed school, so I've never
Yeah.
been to an all-girls school. So it's like really nice to see how
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have school here and like they have each other and their sisters. So
That's amazing. Well, thank you for chatting to me. We'll
Thank you.
continue touring with you guys and hopefully you continue to enjoy it.
of course, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Tigesas Nomunye Osekhona lana. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Please tell us your name, your surname, and where you're from.
My name is Derica Watts. I am from Jackson, Mississippi.
What are you studying?
I am a history major. I actually graduated from Jackson State University
Wow,
in May.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Talk to me, what sparked your interest to join this trip to learn about the Zulu culture?
So when I took African history, I actually did all of my research on South Africa.
What?
So I felt like it was God telling me to come.
Yeah.
I was presented with the opportunity. They chose me, and so I was presented with the opportunity. I
Yeah.
told them yes before I told my mom yes.
Yeah.
So which got me in trouble.
Yeah.
But I feel like this trip chose me and was made specifically for me just because of my research and
Yeah.
everything I've done.
Comparing your research to what you're seeing now, are there any similarities or anything like that?
A lot of it is very similar, especially as a historian, we have to read so much material. So everything is exactly what I read, but it's so much more beautiful than I could ever imagine.
That's amazing. Tell us something about American culture, maybe that is similar to the South African culture.
So with the school here, I chose to go to a historically black college, so I'm surrounded by
Yeah.
African Americans,
Yeah.
and it really that was a parallel to me, just seeing all the beautiful young ladies here together, and they the beautiful skin and how Roberta looks. It made me feel like home because I'm used to being around people who look like me. It was just, and everyone's so embracing and loving. It's been great.
Well, it's amazing to have you. I hope you continue to enjoy yourself.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Sisema-Mahatma Gandhi Phoenix Settlement la sibona khona omunye umlando wala eNingizimu Afrika. Siyaqhubeka with some ladies from the US. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. Please tell us your name and surname, where you're from.
Hello, my name's Anastasia Taylor. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi in the United States. And I go to Jackson State University, which is a HBCU, a historically black college or university in Jackson, Mississippi. And I'm studying English there. I'm getting my master's, so I'm in my going into my second year.
Master's in English, but you're here on a Zulu trip. Please tell me about that. What made you want to come along?
Yeah, so well, first of all, I think the study of English, it is the study of the English language, but my department is specifically the English and Modern Languages department, and so they've kind of really expanded the idea of what it means to study English. And for me, that usually means studying any type of literature, any type of writing, and I'm really particularly interested in writing and literature and poetry. And so for me, learning another language is kind of the obvious next step, because there is another world of literature and language and speaking out there that you can then go into and delve into. So.
And what you've seen so far,
Yeah.
Is there any challenges or something where I did not expect this in another language, or an interesting way in which African people speak or write compared to the English language?
Well, first of all, I was really interested in learning Zulu. I've only been learning it for a few weeks now, but you really learn to use the full range of your mouth when speaking Zulu in a way that English just doesn't. There are so many sounds that the Zulu language has that we just don't have in English. And so it's very clear, when speaking English, you're not speaking to your full potential, I think, in a way. So I definitely have seen that. And I haven't had the largest experience of reading African writing, specifically not South African, but the African writings that I have read have always really expanded my thought, and really helped me push past, what I believe are some American ideals and some really centralized ideas that I had, and kind of helped me become, I always say, more of a global citizen. Yeah.
Well, that is amazing to hear. I hope you enjoy the rest of your trip. It was lovely to chat to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you. Siyaqhubeka nabafundi abasuka eMelika abafunda ezikhungweni ezahlukahlukene. Next to me is
Igama lami Gugu Tatiana.
Ooh, look at that. Already speaking Zulu. I love it. Tatiana, what's your surname? Where are you from? What are you studying?
Isibongo
What?
Allen.
I did not expect you to speak this much Zulu. Yeah.
Givela Emalika.
Yes.
Specifically New York.
Oh, everyone wants to go to New York.
Big city, big city.
Tell me, what inspired you to join this trip?
First, this is my first time in Africa. I've always wanted to travel, and I think when my school offered it, especially with the funding and knowing where I come from, specifically the Bronx in New York, a lot of kids who are like me don't really get these sort of opportunities, especially through their own schooling. So I really wanted to take advantage of that and saw this as an opportunity that even if, specifically, I don't know where I come from, especially on my African American side, I think I appreciate the family, the values and the culture I have learned inside the classroom about Zulu and behind the Zulu people that have really inspired me to want to take this trip. So it's a sort of admiration and appreciation for all that you are as people of Africa.
We appreciate that so much. What are you studying?
I'm studying journalism right now.
Oh, you're studying journalism.
Yes.
That is interesting. Do you have a journalist's question that they might ask as a tourist in South Africa?
Well, right now, my topic and kind of focus being on this trip as a journalist would be land reform.
Okay.
And especially seeing elections, how is the future of land reform going to plan out for South Africans, specifically Black people within South Africans who have been suffering long enough with the effects of the apartheid. And I want to bring that sort of awareness, even being an American, but still having respect that this is you guys' country, this is your guys' history, and still being respectful within that boundary and still want to be educated on the subject.
It's actually interesting. You came at a very interesting time, so I'm hoping that you can go back with a lot more information, because South Africa has just had their elections and land reform is a huge thing here in South Africa. So it's going to be interesting with how everything plays out, and I really hope it contributes to any sort of research that you're doing and assists you with any information that you're needing. Thank you for coming along. It was lovely to chat with you.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Sibonga.
Thank
Siyabonga.
you. Thank you so much. Okay, now with 3 ladies. Sanbon. All right, I'm going to ask you guys to introduce yourselves individually so that we can get to know you. Just your name and surname, and maybe you can share with us what you're studying. I'll start this side and then we'll go that way.
Sani Bona, everybody. Igamalami, Gingu, Amaya McClinton. I attend Howard University and I am a criminology psychology double major.
Oh, awesome.
Sawubona, Igamalami Ngu Taryn. I'm studying health education, public health education with a concentration in community health at Howard University.
Sanibona, everybody. Igamalami Shalia Alston, and I'm studying communications at Howard University.
You guys are all studying different things. I want to know if you guys knew each other before this trip, or you guys all met for the very first time going on this trip.
So I can start off. I knew Amaya starting from a mutual friend before starting the trip from our freshman year, because me and Amaya are freshmen, rising sophomores now. So yeah.
Okay.
I haven't known either of them. I just became closer with Taryn through texting about the trip we're taking.
Okay.
And then I just got closer to Amaya recently. Yeah. But I'm a rising junior, so that's probably why.
Tell me something you guys experienced in South Africa. I know it's just been a couple days. Saw that took you by surprise, that you did not expect, or maybe you thought it was a different way.
Okay, one of the main things that surprised me was the plugs. I don't know if that was just a lack of knowledge, but I literally arrived because we had a layover flight in Amsterdam. I arrived in Amsterdam and I was like, I need to charge my phone. My phone. They're like, oh, the plugs are different. I look at them and I'm like, what? And so then not only did they tell me that the plugs were different in Amsterdam, but they also said that they're different in Africa. And so I was just taken back by that, and I did not know that.
So
internationally we had different
charges, and you.
And then it's just a normalization to use like WhatsApp and stuff out here. Like we all have different phones companies in America, so it was just like a common app. Like that's usually what people use to communicate. I mean, I'm open to it. It hasn't affected me, but those are just some of the things that took me by surprise.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move over this side. Anything that took you by surprise?
For me, I think today just learning how the school systems are set up. I didn't realize that it's really like either like private school, and that's where you're getting your like really like your better education per se. And then there's public schools, and they're kind of underfunded, and you're not getting that true authentic learning experience like other people who can attend private schools. So I think that's really what took me by surprise.
The schooling is different because to be honest, when you say sophomore year and whatnot, I'm like I'm trying to do the math in my head, because we just have first, second, third, or final year, whatever, however many years that you have in the institution, which is really interesting for us. So, what inspired the Zulu trip?
Well, for me, I even wanted to take Zulu because back at home, I'm from New Jersey. There's not a lot of options to take any African languages. Like, of course, there's like Spanish and French, which is wonderful. But there's nothing like to immerse us in African languages and culture. But I specifically chose like Zulu because I just feel like the culture is very rich. Like everyone's united. It's a community, and I just love that. So that's what inspired me to come.
Go for it.
Okay, so for me, definitely like what Shalia just said, getting to immerse yourself in a new language. And also Howard has a good South Africa program, because when I was researching, because I did research where I wanted to study abroad. So like when researching other programs, a lot of them just take you to Cape Town, and that's where you stay, that's where you reside for a majority of the time. But with the Howard one, we get to visit around 6 different cities, so you're really getting to, immerse yourself in the culture and the language.
It is quite interesting. So then my final question would be, what about, there are a lot of stereotypes about the US that go around in different countries. Has there been anything when you speak to people and say you're American and they're like, oh, okay, you guys are ABC, or you guys are this, that, and the next thing that you want to maybe correct and say, oh no, although this may be the stereotype about America, things don't really happen as you think?
If I'm being honest, I don't really know of any stereotypes that people in Africa have about people in America. I've heard nothing but like good things, if anything. And you know, honestly, I think it's more so the other way around. I think America has a lot of stereotypes about Africa. And like even just like when I was coming to this trip and I was telling my family and friends that I was going to be coming here, they were like, "Oh, don't get kidnapped." Or they're like, "Oh, make sure you're careful." Like it's just a lot of things. Like even some of the things that we wear, they were saying like, "Oh, that's not allowed out there." But it's like I come here and they're like, "Nah, that's completely allowed." It's just people lack knowledge and they're ignorant to the things that actually go on in here, and they think that that Africa is just dirt and like that's the real stereotype. They just think that everybody's poor, like that you guys don't have any money. Like it's just they don't really know how it's really a civilized state. Like believe it or not, we all came from here. They took us, like our history was taken from here and brought to America. So it's like, yeah, America's the land of the free or whatever, but like we originally were here. And so I just think that I always encourage people to go and see things for themselves and go straight to the source, because you don't really know what's going on until you see it firsthand. And so just being here, like I'm showing my friends videos and pictures and they're like, "Oh my God, it looks like the United States." And I'm like, I'm looking at certain things. I'm like, "Oh, that looks like a certain place, you know, where I live." And, you know, they're just surprised. So that's just one of the main things that I've
Well, ladies, thank you so much. It was lovely to chat to you. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your trip.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. It was lovely to meet you.
lusuka empilweni zabantu bamaZulu kakhulu oluhamba kanje bangafundi ulimi kuphela kodwa bangayazi inhlalo nanokuthi baphila kanjani ya.
Ngicabanga ukuthi futhi kuyinto ebaluleke kakhulu le oyenzayo ukuthi in as much as belifunda ulimi kodwa abazobona ukuthi lusetshenziswa kanjani kulelo so
bafunde nomlando ukuthi nanokuthi nje yasiphila kanjani namasiko nanokuhlonipha ukuthi nanokwazi ukuthi nje umnumzane nekhaya emakhaya isibaya inkomo bayokhamazi nje ekusasa ngomhla ka11 emsinga lapha kithi la sakhe khona.
Manje ngibona ngathi abesifazane kuphela vele
kuvele kwaqondana nje ukuba abesifazane kuphela abezile kulonyaka.
Yini izinsizwa ziyalisaba lo likaMageba
bebekhona kusho sometimes baba nama summer jobs ama internships bese bechoose ukuthi hayi ngoba vele ngidinga imali nje bakuvala isikole njengamanje bakwisummer holiday so
summer break
ama university ke ayikhanda ukuthi makune summer break uphinde kube nesemester kube nabantu abakwazi ukuthi bathathe izifundo ngaleso sikhathi ukuze basheshe baqede. Mina nje emelika ngaqeda in 3 years not in 4 ngoba ngithatha isummer quiz courses
Okay, awuthi ke ngesikhulume nentokazi. Ladies, how are you? Sanborn.
Yebo, sawubona.
Oh, ninjani?
Siyaphila, wena unjani?
Hawu nami ngiyaphila. Mina igama lami nguThembeka Zondo Cele. Wena ungubani?
Igama lami nginguSineya.
Ubani?
Usineya Beth.
Oh wow. Elakho ubani?
Igama lami ngingu-Ibi Ophuso Jama.
Okay, wena ungubani?
Igama lami Gingu Jamia Alexander.
Wena?
Igama lami Gingu Nia Sadama.
Oh, okay. Cha siyajabula ukuba nani kulomsakazo. We are very, very happy to have you here. I assume this is your first visit in South Africa?
Yes.
And how are you finding this place?
We love it. We love it. It's so nice here. Now I look like I can sing.
You do look like you can sing.
What do I sing?
Anything.
Something. Just give me something.
Amazing Grace. Maybe that's.
What did you sing? You about any repetitions? Why would we not sing that? I can do Amazing Grace.
Yeah, do the Amazing Grace.
Oh. Amazing Grace.
Okay.
How sweet the sound that was. Oh my gosh, I'm so
That
nervous.
saved a wrench like me. No, but you truly deserve a round of applause.
Thank you, I'm so nervous.
Beautiful.
Namhlanje ke usuku lesibili la khona sihamba nama-students avela emanyuvesi ahlukahlukene eMelika azofunda ngabantu bakaZulu afunde nolimi lesiZulu. So hamba nabo ke futhi namhlanje sivakashele ibandla lamaNazaretha like Phakameni eNanda. Sibona abakubonayo, sifunda abakufundayo, siphinde sikhulume nabo futhi sizwe uvo labo. Asambeni.
Building you see is Ibandla lamaNazaretha, place of worship, built in 1948. Here sermons are preached, offerings are received, and hymns are sung. Shembe instructed members to observe Saturday as the date of Sunday.
Sekhona ngamanye amalady engizokhuluma nayo namhlanje ngohambo la namhlanje ne-experience yabo. Hi ladies, how are you? Please just tell me your names, your surnames, and where you guys are from.
My name is Nia Asada Muhammad, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Awesome.
My name is Sanaya Best, and I am from Kansas City, Missouri.
My name is Gabriella Porsche, and I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Awesome. Tell me, guys, what inspired you to be a part of this trip and come here to South Africa and learn about the Zulu culture?
Yes, so this is my second year studying Zulu, and just from reading and learning about the culture, I really wanted to immerse myself within and just learn about not only my roots, but just gain larger perspectives learning here.
Yeah, similar to what Nia said, I am also a Zulu 2 student, and usually African languages are not taught in American school systems, so getting the opportunity in college was a really great one, and I took advantage of it and came to South Africa.
Well, I've never studied Zulu before, and I've never had the opportunity to take a class in any African languages. But when I was presented with the opportunity to do a study abroad program, I realized it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I wanted to take that chance and go.
As you can hear, some of the children are singing hymns. They call them the Nazareth Church or the Shambi Church. Tell me about your experience here. I'm sure it's a totally new religion to you. Any thoughts, anything you found interesting, intriguing that you did or did not expect?
No, I found this experience to be very beautiful. I noticed that in the Zulu culture language, just coming together and togetherness overall and just being in one is very important. So just learning about how they all come together on Saturdays, coming, wearing all white, learning with music and just speaking, I found that very beautiful.
Yeah, I was going to say, I learned that song and dance is something that is really important to the Zulu people, and it's done a little bit differently in America, but I respect the way that it's done here, and I think that it's even more powerful. That's something I've never seen before, honestly.
One thing that really I admire a lot is all the effort that goes into their worship with learning all the dances, learning the songs, and all the the pilgrimage that they have to do. I really respect that a lot.
Well, I hope you guys continue to enjoy your trip, and hopefully I'll see you guys again someday. Thank you so much. Duze kwami kume mnumzane Sipho Sithole ongumfundisi enyuvesi phesheya lapha eHoward. Uyena ke ofike nabafundi abavela amanyuvesi ahlukahlukene ezela ezofunda ngabantu bakaZulu. Sokhuluma naye ke sizwe experience yakhe, mhlambe sizwe nanokuthi beze belethwe lana mhlawumbe inhloso yini yikuphi abafisa ukukufunda. Sikubingelele.
Ngiyabonga Mandosi, ngibingelela nakubalaleli bokhozi olihamba phambili.
Sibonga kakhulu ukuthi sibe nawe. Mhlawumbe mawungasichazela njengale program yokuletha abafundi baphesheya la eNingizimu Afrika imayelana nani?
So ngifundisa eHoward University in Washington DC. Lapho ngifundisa khona ulimi lwesiZulu kanye namasiko ethi isizwe samaZulu. So unyaka nonyaka abafundi baye bathatha uhambo luza la eSouth Africa elingamasonto ayisithupha. La befundiswa khona ke more about ulimi labakwana ukuthi balipractice endaweni ezithile, whether bangena esitolo bayathenga or baye emarket bayothenga nakhona. Siphinde sibafundise naseklasini. Okunye nokuthi bahambe ke indawo ezinomlando kakhulu wakithi la kwaZulu. Kuze uma sebephindele emuva mase befunda isiZulu basifunde sebazi ukuthi bayakwazi ukuthi sisetshenziswa kuphi kuphilwa kanjani abantu abakhuluma isiZulu eSouth Africa.
Mhlawumbe nje experience yakho nabo kulezi insukwana sinisala eNingizimu Afrika kuyafundeka khona mhlawumbe izinto oyinothisile ukuthi bayazibamba bayazifunda.
Oqala nje before ngize la eSouth Africa ngiza nawo amantombazana aba-11 babuye eHoward nase-Harvard nase-Jackson State. Benginesasa lokuthi isasasa lokuze ekhaya. Kodwa into ebingisaba kakhulu kuhamba namantombazane asemancane no 18 20 ukuthi what if sifika lana uthola mhlamba abanye abazwani kahle egroupini lawo ma dynamics ngizowamela kanjani. Kodwa into esengiyibonile la engijabulise kakhulu engihlaba umxhwele ukuthi cha ingane abantu ziyazwana futhi ke azinabo ukuba snobbish. Kuyasho ukuthi abantu abakhetha ilanguage babefuna ukufunda ngamasiko ethu nje singabantu bakwaZulu and bayakwazi ukuthi bafithe noma yiphi indawo nje ubona nje sila kwaShembe. Kodwa ke sebeyacosha futhi sebeyaqala ukukhululeka ukusikhuluma ke manje akusafani ukuthi usifundela ukuthi ikusasa kune assignment sebefuna ukusazi noma sengibezwa abanye bathi hayi sebasazofuna ukubuya futhi bezela.
Mhlawumbe ngo experience yakho le eMelika ukwamkeleka kwama culture ahlukahlukene aseNingizimu Afrika kunjani? Ngiyabona seningapha la eNingizimu Afrika kodwa nje ukufundiseka kwabantu ngalena linjani isasasa lokwazi ngeNingizimu Afrika.
Yabona nje sikhuluma nje i-department engikuyona which is African Studies bese ngiba kwi-unit edila ngama izilimi zomhlaba. Sifundisa izilimi engithe 18 kodwa umuxela ngeAfrika yodwa nje sifundisa iSwahili esikhulunywa kakhulu eEast Africa, sifundisa iYoruba, sifundise ne iKantwan yase eGhana nenye futhi I think iIgbo yase Nigeria futhi siphinde sifundise even Arabic languages. IsiZulu eHoward isona esikhulu hayi eHoward but kuwonke ama university ase-America ithina sinama students amaningi esiZulu amanye ama university mhlawumbe abana 3 4 or 6 thina sigcina sifika la impela sehle siyeqa emashumini awu-8 about 80 yeah and we supposed to have i-maximum ka-100 students ngoba fanele start 25 per class, Zulu 1, Zulu 2, Zulu 3, Zulu 4. So banesasasa. I think enye into futhi abayithanda kakhulu ukuthi umlando wakithi urich kakhulu. So masikunywa ngamaZulu nehistory nomlando wakhona babotha iyona language engifuna ukuthi ngiyifundele wakwezwa kuthiwa abantu baseNingizimu Afrika amaZulu akazi ukunqoba amangisi ngo1879 bephethe nje amahawu nemkhonto nezagila neinduku. So sine ngisho ngithi ibrand yethu as isiZulu or the Zulu nation strong kakhulu.
Ngiyathokozisa siqalile izolo sahamba sayinanda seminary ngicabanga ukuthi Mahatma Gandhi House sasesezalana ke bekumnandi kakhulu sifunde likhulu siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi nisimeme sibingxenye yalolu hambo.
Siyabule kakhulu nathi ukuthi bakwazi ukuhamba lezi indawo lezo ngoba sebeyakwazi ukubona ihistory umlando wakithi yabona siqale nje kwamuhle la kudila khona ukuthi abantu abamnyama babe treatwa kanjani mabezofuna umsebenzi emadolobheni laba bafana babe khona nestembu section 10 bafundile babona nezithombe nanokuthi mase sihamba sesiyenanda seminary ngoba yonke indaba esihambile sibe nenhlanhla yakho ukuthi inama museum so bayakwazi ubona izithombe nomlando wakhona ubhalwe ngesiZulu nangeEnglish noma sesiya kweMahatma Gandhi even though bebe no olthile about uMahatma Gandhi nanokuthi umuntu angabe waye racist ngoba bamresearchile so kodwa bathema befika lapha baba ne mhlawumbe uappreciate kancane iqhaza kalibamba ukuya ke ohlange kube kuhle kakhulu elaphela ke ama founders of ination yethu post democratic ayiqala khona uJohn Langalibalele Dube uyibona abaqala leso sikole so bayakwazi I think sebefunda kakhulu lama students amaningi a major serious ama courses abanye o criminology abanye o journalism and media studies abanye o political science abanye o architecture so and psychology so ingane eqaqekile ngempela nanokuthi uvunyelwa abazali ukuthi uze endaweni ongakazi uze kuyona kakhulu yeah masho ukuthi bane determination
yeah sibonge kakhulu baba isikhathi sakho
hayi sengibonga nami
siyabonga ake uhambo lethu luhamba luze lufike lana ngiyathemba ukuthi nawe ukwazile ukufunda okuningi ngomlando wakithi ubone izinto ezahlukahlukene ngikukhuthaze uphume endlini uhamba uyozibonela ungahlulwa abantu asebeqe izilwandle bafika la eNingizimu Afrika asihlangane na kanjani kwesinye isiqephu soKhozi FM TV. Gama lami nguNeliswa Cele, nginithanda kakhulu.